So, long time no see. We're back in business. I've recently started reading again. Um, One problem we have here is that I definitely don't read like I used to, but I'm definitely not reading. So, that's a plus. Definitely not reading at the speed to do like a monthly wrap up type thing. We're just gonna ease into it and see where it goes from there. Enjoy her climbing all over the bed. So, the first book, I don't actually have the physical copy for because somehow I lost it. And fun fact, that comes back up. So, I'll just like insert a picture somewhere. Obviously, not over the dog, so maybe like over here. But it was Love Her Wild by Atticus. Well, the cover says Atticus, but Goodreads says Atticus Poetry. So it was just a bunch of like poetry, and it was like really, really cute. And it was like talking about how you should love a woman, whether you're a woman or a man. I'm not sure, but that was basically what it was. And it was giving you reasons on why you should love her and blah 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 blah. So it was like Instagram poetry. It wasn't really all that deep, so like I don't have a lot to talk about there, but I really enjoyed it. The Goodreads reviews toward a new one, but I enjoyed it. I gave it 4 stars on Goodreads. It says on there that I started it in January, but I finished it in March. In all reality, I started it in January, but I didn't really get to like reading it and like, you know, investing time into it until March. So that's what happened there. But I gave it like 4 stars. There's not a lot to say about it because it's poems. And the next one that I read was Bad Girls, 26 Writers Misbehave by Ellen Sussman. And it really, or Sussman, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. But it isn't actually by her, it's edited by her. There's obviously like 26 other authors, and it was just a bunch of like short stories about things they were doing to misbehave in their life. So there was like a few sexual stories, a few like mischievous stories, like some lying, some cheating. It was pretty wild. I gave it 3 stars on Goodreads, but it was really like a 2.5 out of 5 stars. There was some good ones. There was some bad ones. Most of the bad ones were in the middle. The good ones were like in the beginning and the end. There was like maybe a couple good ones in the middle. So it wasn't like terrible, but I could have lived without it. So there was that, but it was really just, it was kind of funny. I enjoyed it, but it wasn't, wasn't up there. And then the next one that I read after that was actually like really cute. It was like a coming of age story, and it was Love and Other Perishable Items by Laura Buzo. And I actually gave this 3 or 4 stars on Goodreads. I don't remember, but it was a 3.5 out of 5 stars because it wasn't, mind blowing. It was just a little contemporary, and it wasn't even a contemporary romance. It was just like a cute little contemporary. I honestly originally bought it because of the jar and the heart on the cover. I'm not gonna front. It was a cover by, hi Riley. Are you enjoying my reviews? Yes? Okay. Well, we'll keep you in the camera. So it's about a 15-year-old girl named Amelia who starts working at a grocery store called Kohl's, I believe. And it had different it was kind of weird. It was set in Australia, so maybe that's why it was weird to me, because my grocery store isn't that wild. But like there was different stockers for different like departments of the store instead of like one stocker that just did a section of shelves. It was described a little different. That's not really important. It was just odd to me. But this 15-year-old girl named Amelia starts working at this grocery store called Kohl's, and this co-worker that trains her is named Chris, and he's like 20 or 21, like he's 21, and he's in college, and apparently he is just going through like typical college kid things, and his grades aren't the greatest of great and whatever. And so they form a friendship, and then she forms a crush, and it's a whole little story about her and her crush, him going through like It's from different points of views. So that was the only thing that some people might not like, was the alternating points of views. But other than that, it was pretty good. I actually like carried it everywhere so you can see the little tatters on the cover. And so that was really all I had to say about that one. It was just a cute little story, and I kind of flew through it because it wasn't very big. So I actually did read that one at speed. And then the next one, we're gonna have a serious discussion about this one. The next one, I also don't have the physical copy of here with me because my grandmother is reading it, but it is The Couple Next Door by Shari Lapena. I hope I pronounced that correctly. And I just picked this up thinking that I was just gonna be able to like just kind of read it at my own pace, you know, nothing serious, nothing to rush through. And this book was wild. I was not prepared. I didn't even read the back, I don't think. I think I read it when I bought it, but like I didn't read it on the back of it when I picked it up to start reading it. And let me tell you, I was not ready. Like, I'm not even gonna monetize this video. So like, shit got real in the very beginning. Like in the first, like, I don't know, 20 to 50 pages, like shit got real, shit hit the fan, and I was not ready. Like, I was not prepared. I was literally sitting in the back seat of the car, like on a road trip, and let me tell you, when I opened that book, I was in the back seat, but like when I started it, I flew to the trunk, okay? Like, I was not ready. So it was wild. I may even have to do a separate video because I have so much to say about this, but like I'm not gonna make this like a 45-minute long video. So Anne and Marco, they're married. They have a baby. She's 6 months old, I believe is what it said. I honestly didn't care about the baby's age. I'm not gonna front this, but this baby goes missing because they're at a dinner party at their next door neighbor's house, and the next door neighbors, I mean, they have names, but it's really not important to me. And they left the baby unattended, apparently. And so they come home, the baby's missing. And yeah, like Parents of the Year. But anyway, it's an entire thing. And the book's really not that big. It's maybe about as thick as Love and Other Perishable Items. It's probably around that size. And it was a lot. Like, it was a page turner for sure. I don't think I've read something that I've turned the pages on that fast since Night Film by Marisha Pessl. Hope I didn't butcher her name, but you know, go read that. Side note. And it was wild. My family got tired of hearing about it because all I could tell them was how wild it was. So when I finished it I marked it on Goodreads. I finished it and I was like, that's a 5-star book. Like, this was wild. And I let other people's opinions influence my decision, and I put 4 stars on the Goodreads thing, and then I just left it because I was like, it may not be the best book of the year. It's probably the best one I'll read this year. And so I let other people's decisions influence me, but it was definitely like a 4.5 to 5-star book. Like, it was wild to me. Nobody warned me that Shari Lapena was this wild. So there was that. If you think you could just tear her and her book a new one, that's fine. Like, but I enjoyed it. It was wild. And that was really all I had to say about that one without spoiling everything, because let me tell you, like, Anne wild, Marco wild, that baby ain't wild because she ain't really old enough to do anything, but she wild too. Anne's parents are wild, like, the next door neighbors are wild, like, these are some messed up people, that's all I'm saying. So, with that being said, that's the end of this video. It's just like 4 like mini book reviews giving you my opinion because I suck at monthly wrap-ups and always did, so like, we're not gonna do that. And that was really all I had to say about this. Somebody, what are you doing? Somebody swapped to a different side of the bed and is now just chillaxing her life away. But that was all I had to say here. Maybe I'll see you next time. Maybe I'll disappear for another 2 years. Who knows? We'll see. I look forward to seeing y'all next time, because if you can't tell, I do have a book that I'm reading sitting back there on my bed, you know, with like Lady and Scooby and Riley, who's wiggling in the bed because she wants attention. So that's it. I'll see you guys. Bless you. I'll see you guys next time. And that, I don't have a catchphrase.